In this video, we will discuss how to bill anesthesia codes using the MDBilling.ca software. If you're new to OHIP billing, this video tutorial will provide you a good overview of the most common billing scenarios in anesthesia. For further understanding of OHIP billing, we kindly suggest that you familiarise yourself with the OHIP Schedule of Benefits, starting with sections GB 58, and review all the appropriate anesthesia service codes and eligibility considerations. A service code always contains 5 characters with suffix A, B, or C. Anesthesia services use C suffix. For example, for an appendectomy, the anesthesia code is S205C. The amount payable for anesthesia service is calculated by adding the number of basic and time units and multiplying the total by the anesthesiologist unit fee. The MDBilling.ca system will help you calculate the total number of units by comparing the start and end time and automatically adding the basic units for the service codes you're using. There are 2 features in MDBilling.ca for you to calculate how many units to bill. The first feature is the default unit calculator. By enabling this feature, the calculator in the left menu will calculate the time units based on the start and end time you enter. For example, you provided anesthesia service for a cesarean section from 7 AM till 9 AM. You can calculate the time units here. Input the quantity and add entry. You will notice the 7 basic units for P018C has been automatically added to the quantity. You can select your default calculator type by going to Preferences, My Preferences, Default Unit Calculator. The other feature is to enter the start and end time directly on the claim entry webpage. By enabling this feature, you will be able to enter the start and end time directly on the claim entry webpage and the quantity will populate. When using this feature, you will need to enter either the start and end time or quantity, but not both. In my previous example, I will enter P018C and enter the start time 7 AM and end time 9 AM. You will notice that the time units and basic units are automatically calculated. In addition to C suffix anesthetic codes, you can also bill A suffix procedures, such as an arterial line G268A or intrathecal opiate G222A. As an example, you can bill S416C with G222A and G268A together on the same day. A consultation is eligible when seeing a patient who has been referred from a referring physician following a written request. Consultations are subject to limitations of 1 per 12-month period, unless the patient is referred to you a second time, with a clearly defined unrelated diagnosis. In this case, the limit allowed is increased to 2 per 12-month period. When providing a consultation to a patient for the first time, you can use service code A015. For the second time you provide consultation to the same patient, you will use repeat consultation code A016, which pays a little less than A015. Unlike anesthesia services, billing consultations require referring physician and diagnostic code. If an anesthesiologist examines a patient prior to surgery and the surgery is cancelled prior to the induction of anesthesia, the service rendered constitutes a hospital subsequent visit. When an anaesthetic has begun, but the operation is cancelled prior to the commencement of surgery, an E006C can be billed with the actual number of time units plus 6 basic units. When more than one anesthesiologist is required for a surgery, the second anesthesiologist will bill E001C for the service provided. The quantity will be the actual number of time units based on the actual time assisting the first anesthesiologist plus 6 basic units. After-hour premium codes, such as E400C and E401C, are percentage-based of the anesthesia code. You will need to associate the premium code to the parent anesthesia codes in order for our system to calculate the proper fee for them. As an example, you provided anesthesia services for a cesarean section from midnight to 1 AM. You will bill P018C, enter the start time and end time, and then E401C and select the box here to associate the premium to the parent code. Please note that you do not need to calculate the unit for the premiums as they're paying a percentage of the parent code. In this example, the E401C is 75% of the fee of P018C. There are anesthesia service codes that provide extra units to compensate for a patient's increased complexity. The service codes that provide extra units can be found on section GP61 of the Schedule of Benefit. Please note these service codes have fixed units. That is, the system will not add to the time units, but will default to the fixed value assigned by the Ministry of Health. The Ministry of Health system was designed to only accept 2 digits for the quantity. As such, a service with over 99 units needs to be broken into 2 claims. As an example, if you were to submit 120 units, you will need to submit 2 claims. One with 99 units and the other with 21. Don't forget to set both claims to manual review and submit a letter to your claims assessor with a quick explanation that you're submitting 2 claims for a service with quantity over 99. There are a few time-saving features you may want to use when billing using MDBilling.ca system. The first feature is Enable Claim End Time Auto-Populate with Delay. That means if you set 10 minutes here, for example, the start time in the new claim will be pre-populated with the end time in the previous claim plus 10 minutes. Let me show you an example. You may remember I just entered a claim with the end time of 9 AM. When you create a new claim, the start time has been automatically entered as 9:10 AM. You may also find these features useful. Last service date, default service date to current date, and last referring physician. Please watch Basic Time-Saving Features video tutorial for more details about how to use them. Thank you for watching this tutorial. If you need further help, feel free to contact our support team, or you can always upgrade to the full service plan. Whatever your needs are for billing, we're here to help you save time and earn more.